Welcome to the Business Spotlight series. My name is Kay Cote, and I am your podcast host here at Action Coach in Central Texas. And today on the show, we have Ammar Saifuddin, CEO and founder of E53 Fulfillment. Today, we're going to be talking all about his business, his journey to business ownership, his challenges, and best practices that he's learned along the way to give you an inside scoop to what it's like to really grow and operate a business. If this is your first time on our channel, be sure to like and subscribe to get notifications when we drop episodes like this one. Well, thank you so much, Ammar. It's so nice to have you on the show today.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate that.
Yes, I'd like to dive right in and share a little bit about yourself and your business.
Sure. My name is, as you said, Ammar Saifuddin. I grew up in Karachi, Pakistan, and since 2015, I've been living in Texas. I'm in the logistics business. I'm the CEO and founder of E50 Fulfillment, and what we do is we do warehousing and order fulfillment for CPG brands and e-commerce industry.
Okay. Can you dive in a little deeper to what that really means? Like, what's that? What is that? What are you hauling? How does that
Yeah,
look
so
to you?
basically, I think in other language, you would also say like we're a 3PL, like a third party logistics company.
Okay.
And what we do is we actually take the whole logistics pain from the CPG brands and e-commerce brands. And what we do is we actually help them in, like getting their shipments from manufacturer to the
Okay.
warehousing, to the warehouse. And we store their shipment at our warehouse. And we have technology where they can actually connect their different marketplaces and sales channels with our WMS system, which is a warehouse management system, and
Mhm.
they're able to fulfill orders. We are able to fulfill their orders, on their behalf.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, thank you for kind of like giving a little deep dive on that. And so I'd love to share a little bit about your day to day. Like, what does your day to day look like being, the owner of the business?
So my day to day is as a CEO, I'm wearing a lot of hats. So
Hmm.
in that regards, my day is, I would say, all over the place, but it's a lot of fun. Like I start my day, with operations meeting because I'm wearing the operations manager hat as well. I'll
Hmm.
be, like discussing, the priorities for the day with the operations and planning ahead. Then I will have my meetings with our virtual sales team. We have salespeople in different cities around the world. So
Hmm.
I will have meetings with them. And then like afternoon would be, like I would do a lunch with a client or a partner and pretty much, wrap up the day with some admin stuff.
Okay.
Mm.
And you mentioned you have a team overseas. How many employees do you currently have?
So total at this moment we have about 15 employees. And most of the employees are in the US, and we also have a remote team in Pakistan.
Okay. And what would you say what's your annual revenue right now?
So for the annual revenue, we're in the range of $2 to $5 million at this time, and this is the fourth year of the business, and we're growing really fast.
That's incredible. Well, definitely a need in the community or need in the world right now is logistics and getting shipments. And so that's must be an incredible business. And so kind of like moving into are you fully remote right now? Like, or do you have a team? Do you have an office that y'all meet at?
Yeah, so we have a warehouse location, which is
Okay.
also our company's headquarters. It's in the greater Austin area, and the suburb is called Georgetown. That's where we're at, and that's where we
Okay.
meet. But then the remote employees, which are in other cities, we would do, a virtual call with them.
Okay. Um, and what would you say makes your business unique? Like, why do your customers choose you?
Yeah, so one of the main and the unique factor about our 3PL third party logistics company is we are specifically specialized in CPG space, consumer packaged goods space. And there's hardly a company in the whole nation who is working the way we are working, and like with the full focus in the CPG space when it comes to direct to consumer. brands.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to, like food grade brands, we are one of that company, which is very unique in this
Mm.
space.
Oh, definitely. And what would you say is one thing you wish people knew more about your business?
Think one thing which people would know about our business is we are not just a 3PL. We are a community, so our clients, they're not just a client. It's a community. It's our community. So we have about 50 plus brands we work with, and we are just one community. We, like teach each other, and we do events and a lot of other things. We do together to grow together.
Definitely. And so, kind of like how you get yourself out there with your brand, I'm always curious to what businesses are doing for their marketing pursuits and putting themselves out there and becoming known. So, what has been some of your marketing pursuits that you've done that have been successful for you?
For me, I think the highest return on investment I have is still, I would say, I would not say like internet marketing or paid ads. For me, it has been like going to events. So I go to a lot of these trade shows, to a lot of local events, and having that physical handshake, with people, and building the brand upon that.
I completely agree with you there. So especially with the business you're doing, it's like that handshake, that kind of meet and greet is so important. So that's really cool to hear. And so are you utilizing anything like a CRM or a management system to help you with organization?
Absolutely, yeah. We use quite a few softwares, for our organizing, for like our sales and customer relationship management. We're using Zoho at the moment, and for billing purposes, we use Zero, if you're familiar with that. And for WMS system, we're using this technology. It's an Austin-based company. It's called Hopstack. So we use their technology to organize our website, to do our inventory management, and to extract orders from clients portal.
Definitely. Well, thank you for sharing about that. And kind of like switching gears, I'd like to learn a little bit about you and your journey. And so, how did you get started in like business ownership, and how was it for you if you were previously an employee somewhere? How was that transition for you from employee to business owner?
I mean, it was a quite a bit of transition. My journey actually goes back when I was 10 years old. My dad had a business. A lot of like my family members, they had their own business back in Pakistan. That's where I grew up. And growing up, I remember like going to the store after school, and just helping out my dad with his like retail store, with his manufacturing, just doing like little things, start from bottom. And then eventually went to college, and I really wanted to like get some corporate exposure. So I did my bachelor's in marketing, and I started looking for a job. So my first job was at a UPS in Pakistan.
Okay.
So that was my first job right out of the college. And I was just in between that, should I go get corporate experience, or should I join my like my dad's business? But then eventually, as a family, we decided I should get like some corporate experience so that I can scale up the business.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did. I worked for UPS, and then when I moved to Texas, I was looking to do something, so I applied at a job at UPS, and again, like transition from Pakistan to United States UPS, and served there for like 3 4 years, a year in the Texas. And then I was working with a lot of these e-commerce companies where I saw a lot of growth. So I just started, having that conversation with my wife that I need to be in this space where, I can support these e-commerce companies and the growth which is happening. And we started this business, E50 the Fulfillment, in 2020.
Oh, that's incredible. That's such a cool journey, especially like how when you started like, working with your dad and kind of saw that business ownership and leading to where you are today. So thank you for sharing that
It's a
story.
long journey. I mean, I'm 34 right now, and if technically, like I'm like a business owner since last 4 years.
Hmm.
But the journey is 24 years. It all started way back then. But
Definitely.
answering your transition question, it's not easy. When I was trying to transition from, a corporate job, a comfortable job, to business ownership, it was very tough. And I think it was a family decision we had to make, between me and my wife, because at that time we also had our, like, we had a newborn at that time, and we had a 2-year old, already at home in 2020. So
Mhm.
it was a very, very big and tough decision we made, and we took the risk, and I quitted my job because my wife was also not working at that time.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is a big transition, especially with little ones.
Exactly, and I would give all the credit to my wife, because if she wouldn't have like supported me, there was no way in the world I would be able to do it. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love a good love
Team.
story in the midst
Yeah,
of a
teamwork.
business transition.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, that's super cool. Well, now that you're, onward and upward and you're growing, what does the business look like for the next 3 to 5 years?
So the 3 to 5 years, we're trying to hit like 10 million mark, and the 5 years after that, we just had to keep on growing. I think we are disrupting a really, unique part of, I would say, fulfillment industry. And we
Mhm.
have a very, I would say, very clear vision. And we're looking forward to be a market leader in the next few years.
Definitely. Well, I'd like to dive in and talk a little bit about your leadership style as you're developing and growing and you're developing your team. How would you describe your leadership style?
I mean, my leadership style, I would just say it's very collaborative. I try to give enough space to my team to, just make their own decisions. I try to keep things decentralized. I don't try to make all the decisions. I try, I always try to, empower my team.
Mhm.
And I think that has really helped me, grow fast. And one of the things, in what we have started doing is we've started like investing on our people. We wanted
Mhm.
to like develop, the leaders within the industry or within our organization to get to the next level.
Definitely. Well, that's incredible. And, it's been so fun. We've covered so much ground, learning about your business, learning a little bit about you. And I'd like to dive into a fun section of questions called the rapid fire questions. And it's four
Well,
questions, answer top of mind. Are you ready for some rapid fire?
absolutely, I am.
All right. Number one is, what is the key to success for you?
The key to success for me is from a very early on life, I know what is my why.
Yeah. Hmm. And what is one piece of advice you have for other business owners?
Start early. If you can start early, if you can start in your 20s, if you can start in your teens, just get started.
Definitely. What is one piece of content, like a book or a podcast, could be anything that you've taken in most recently?
I have reviewed these two books. I highly recommend to all entrepreneurs in the space. It's The author name is Alex Harmozy, and I love his $100 million leads and $100 million offers. I recently read these two books.
Oh, I definitely love Hormozy's stuff myself.
Yeah,
So those are
so cool,
great.
man.
And the final question is, if you had to choose only one aspect of business that you could rapidly improve tomorrow, what would it be?
I would say ops. We're working on, like syncing our ops with technology, which is hard at times.
Mm, oh, definitely. That is a good one. And so thank you for answering those rapid fire questions. Before we get into our final question of today, how can people find you and connect with you online?
Awesome. I think the best way to connect with me is LinkedIn. Uh, if you can, type Ammar Saifuddin on LinkedIn, you'll be able to find me. I'm right here in Austin, Texas. Also, you can visit our website, e50thefulfillment.us, to learn more about our business.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. It's been a joy to have you. Our final question is, what is most inspiring to you today?
Like today,
Yeah. Yeah. What inspires you?
think the most inspiring thing for me today is really the power of internet.
Definitely. Well, thank you,
Yeah,
Ammar. It's
thank you.
been so great to have you on the show.
Sure, thank you very much.